Hi chums. Okay, where are we at now? We've just stalled slightly, but it's not a bad thing. It just has to be done this way. Okay, I've hauled a bit more, and I've now got to the stage where I need to address any knots on the inside. Now, the good news is that I'm not seeing these coming through. Okay, there's no glue here appearing on the inside, so it means there's no big voids. Well, it should mean there's no voids anyway. And what I've done is I've gone in here and I've glued anywhere I see evidence of a knot. There's one there, for instance. Anywhere I've seen it, I've soaked that with very, very thin CA glue. And sometimes you'll see big floods down there where it ran off. But anywhere I've seen a knot, I have put glue on the inside to let it soak in. Now, I don't want to start cutting that until it's completely gone off. Super glue goes off in the absence of air or the absence of oxygen, so the stuff at the top takes longer to go off than the stuff inside. So I want it all to go off before I start cutting this, because there's no point in the thing not being completely stable. Okay, so the that's that done. Now the super glue will not leave a stain, okay, because, well, you can see it's stained the wood there. It looks like it's stained the wood. We'll do it out here where it's easy to see. All those knots are stabilized there. Look, but wait till you see what happens. Now you can see the difference in the textures. There's where I've sanded and there's where I haven't sanded. Now that looks really smooth, doesn't it? Wait till you see this. This is alcohol. Okay. Now if when I put the first coat of finish on this, it'll be sanding sealer. And when I put it on, this is what it's going to do to the wood. Okay, it's going to darken the wood. But as you can see, you can't see the glue anymore. So it'll just look as if the whole thing is wet, instead of as if there's glue stains everywhere. Now, on the finish, there's a nice piece there. We see this knot, the way it comes up. It's not lovely. But look at the grain beside it. This is why you need to finish your work really well, guys, because you can see the liquid acts as a lens and shows up all the grooves in your finish. So you can see that's really rough. It looks smooth to the eye, but whenever you put the finish on, the finish will act as like a magnifying glass and show up any defects. So that's why it's so critical that you try to do your dusting, your varnishing or finishing in as dust-free an atmosphere as possible, because any dust you get into the finish is going to show up as well, you know. But this also, the alcohol also allows me to see where I need to sand again, and so the whole thing needs sanded, you know. So we'll address that later. On the inside here, when it's done, I'll seal it and I'll sand and finish the inside as well. Why do you finish the inside of a Nern that nobody's going to see? Well, respect, you know. That's just as simple as that. So I'll finish the inside of this. The people, anybody who hollows a Nern from the top, they can't do that because you simply cannot get into sand and finish. But they would use tools that leave a really nice smooth finish anyway. But I have the opportunity here to make it real nice, so I'm going to do that. So then we'll come out and then we'll get, when the two things are joined together, there's the lid there. So whenever that's joined on again, I'll keep that on the chuck, and then whenever it goes back onto the lathe again, I'll join the two together and keep them on the chuck so they line up properly, you know. Alcohol, just on the alcohol. This stuff here is, you need a license for this, but it's easy got. You write to Customs and Excise, for the people in the UK, you write to Customs and Excise in Glasgow. If you look up online, you'll get the address, and just tell them that you need alcohol because you're a wood turner and you turn bowls and plates that are going to be used for food, and you need it to help clean the wood, just to help sterilize it before you put finishes on, and it'll get it. But the beauty of the alcohol is that it flashes off. Look, you see, it's nearly gone already. It's nearly dry. Water, if you put water on, it soaks in and it takes overnight to get out again. And I don't like using water on wood because wood moves. You know, that's just what it does. So the alcohol works. If you're going to buy alcohol, now think twice, because there's what you have to buy there, 25 litres at a time. Now, when I bought that about 5 or 6 years ago, it was £70. I'm not sure if VAT was on that or not. We'll say £70. It's probably over £100 now. It would be about what? €120 or about $117 I think it is. The euros 81p, and the dollar is 80p, or something very close anyway, you know. But anyway, whatever it is, so it's not. It looks expensive, but when you spread that out over 10 years, because there's nothing out there to do me another few years, you know. It's not a whole lot of money, you know, but it does a great job. But you also have to store it away from all fires and all this sort of stuff, and you can't be giving it away to people because they need a license as well. So that's that. But you can get it. There's no problem. All they're trying to do is keep control of who has it, you know. And when I go back for more, I can say that they say to me, "You didn't use your one a year," and I go, "Yeah, I only need it for small amounts." And that'll be okay, you know. If you went back every 3 weeks looking for it, you might have more questions to ask, you know. So, okay, just before I put a video up, I always try to work out if there's something I've said in the video that needs clarification, or it could be questions about. On the alcohol thing, I anticipated that some people might mention surgical spirits and rubbing alcohol and methylated spirits. Rubbing alcohol and surgical spirits and I think have 70% alcohol. Surgical spirits I used for a long time, but I couldn't get a really good finish with it. And a guy told me then that surgical spirits has oil in it for medical applications so it doesn't dry the skin out. And that was causing a problem. Methylated spirits is alcohol with a denaturizing element to stop you drinking it. They all have that. But the alcohol, rubbing alcohol here, as you would call it, methylated spirits, blue here, just to let you see, not to drink it as well. But I thought to myself, I wonder what's like trying to get the stuff now, because it was very hard when I did. So I just typed into the internet, alcohol, and look what came up. So this is Amazon, and as you can see, there's a page full of stuff here, all different types. Now this says rubbing, there's one there, rubbing alcohol, it says, but it's 99.9%, so there can't be a whole lot of stuff in that that's going to cause a problem, like oil and that. But there's one here behind it, beside it, that's very attractive. And I looked through the questions on it. It's 99.9% lab grade isopropyl alcohol, and it's used for anything to do with cleaning electrical parts, computer parts. It's also very good for cleaning stains and sticky stuff. It's really good stuff. The alcohol I have, this will do the same job, but you get 5 litres of it for £21. So it's a lot cheaper than buying 1 litre for £12. And you could split up with your mates and buy it between you and have a bottle each. And a bottle of this, a litre will do you for a long time. So I'll show you that one there. That's it there, in case you want to look that up. But I don't like to put something up that I can't stand over, but that's a much cheaper way to get it, and no license is required. That's where we are now, the hollowing. Up until now, I've been using this boy here for hollowing. And as you can see, it's got the wee micro cutter there, and that is devastating for the wood. It gives a fantastic cut. Now to control that, what you do is just turn it aside slightly, and that makes the cut less aggressive. And if you open it up like that there, you get a very aggressive cut. But you've got a lot of control with that there. But it's too aggressive for the next bit. So for the next bit, I get to use another new tool, which is this disc. And it is a 27mm disc, no, 22mm. I'm not too sure what it is. But it's just got a simple disc, high-speed steel with a bevel on it. And it acts as a scraper, and then you just introduce to the wood as an angle that suits the job you're doing. So you want a very light cut, you'd put it like that. And you want more aggressive, you'd open it up. So that's tomorrow's work, and we'll get on to that then. So I'm hoping by tomorrow I will have this thing possibly joined. No, it'll not be joined up. It should be sanded and sealed and ready to join up on the other one. And if things go well, they might be joined up, you know. That's where we are. So I'm heading. I have to go to the hospital tonight and see my father-in-law, and to get help getting dinner ready now, do the spuds and stuff. You know, I love peeling the potatoes, which my wife doesn't mind me peeling potatoes at all. But I like peeling potatoes and stuff. You know, so what do you call it? So I'll do that now, and then I'll head up to the hospital, and then I'll just sit and watch it. You know what I'm watching on YouTube? I'm watching urn finishing videos because I'm not too sure how to finish this. You know, I don't know whether to use wax or oil and wax. But I'll just do a bit of experimentation and see what works out best, you know. And then I'll talk to my friend and we'll see what she would like, you know. So we're getting there. We're getting there. The next big critical thing will be whenever I get these walls down, I'll be measuring how much volume I have. But I think I'm doing okay, you know. Okay, all the best now. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday and thanks for watching. Bye bye.